was about to forget. Yeah, that is. Okay, so we have those three verbs: do, go, and play. And those verbs collocate with some words or some sports in this case. We always say do athletics or do gymnastics. That's it. Only with do. With go, we can say go skiing, go cycling, or go swimming. Always. And we have play volleyball, play tennis, play basketball or handball, play football, or play golf. Okay? All of those are collocations with these verbs. Okay? And then we have number two. Some words, in this case the name of the sport, that collocates with some words. For example, we have tennis, which collocates with court, tennis net, tennis racket, and tennis backhand. If there is any word that you don't know, let me know, please, or a collocation that you don't know. Okay.
What is backhand?
Okay. Tennis backhand is the movement that you do with when you go
Okay.
with your hand with your back. Okay. Que decimos en español el revés tenis, el revés de tenis. That is backhand. Then we have football or hockey. All of those can be pitch, football pitch, football referee, football or hockey corner, and football full. Okay, that is.
Football. What is the meaning of football pitch?
La cancha de fútbol, right?
Okay.
That is. And
It
football
it
full.
it's the same stadium or stadium is general.
No, a stadium it refers specifically to the place, the stadium, right? But
Okay.
football pitch can
Yeah.
be, for example,
Pitch.
those pitches that there are around the city, like that.
Okay.
Yes. Golf, we can say golf course, golf green, golf clubs, or golf hole. It can be any of them. So far, it is clear, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Number four, skiing. We have skiing slope, skiing sticks, skiing run, or skiing goggles. That is. Is there any
Skiing
word that you
is
don't know? Skiing is
skiing
the snow.
is sky.
Yes.
Yep.
No, no. Skiing is the sport that we play in the snow.
In no. Yep.
Yes. Okay. The next one. Athletics. We have athletics track, athletics field event, athletics lane, and athletics meeting. Those are collocations with athletics. And finally, we have cycling, cycling saddle, cycling helmet, cycling pedals, and cycling peloton.
Is cycling saddle.
Saddle es el asiento de la bicicleta, ¿sí?
Okay.
That is cycling saddle. Cycling helmet, el casco de la bicicleta, cycling pedals,
Yep.
and that is, okay? So you know these words. In the exercise number 3, we have some nouns, yes, from the exercise 2, that can collocate as well with these words that we have in this box. We have fairway golf, all right? Then we have gears cycling, lift skiing, red card in football or hockey, and service tennis, and triple jump in athletics. All right, those are. Is there any collocation that you don't know maybe from this?
Fairway.
Fairway golf.
Yep.
Yeah. Fairway golf, it refers to the place, to a green place in which the ball makes the track, okay, the way towards the hole.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, that is. And gear cycling, do you know?
Gears. It's like all the
Los engranajes de la bicicleta, ¿sí? O las cadenas.
gears.
Yes,
Yep.
that is. And that's it, okay? So let's move on to the next part. And there you are. In this case, we have some verbs, yes, that we have to complete in the gaps, okay? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 sentences or in questions that we have to complete one by one with every single verb. Okay, so number one, we have which sports, and we have place.
Take.
Yes, take place. Perfect. Take place on an ice rink. Number two, which country's football team Croatia to win in 2018 World Cup final?
Which country? Team. Which country?
Yeah, I'm gonna cross.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe win.
Which country's football team beat? All right. Beat.
Beat.
That is beat. Vencer, right?
But the beat is golpear.
No, beat es vencer, ¿sí?
Beat.
O
Pero
derrotar.
también puede funcionar como golpear.
En este
Beat,
caso
beat.
sí, también puede funcionar, pero en este contexto no. En este
Yeah,
caso
okay.
para golpear tenemos hit, right?
Yeah.
Hit. Yeah.
Uh,
Number 2 is beat, okay?
yeah. Beat.
Number 3. Which medal does a runner-up? And there we are.
Which medal does
By
win?
the way, runner-up is the sub-champion, okay?
Yep.
Which medal does a runner-up
Win.
win? Perfect. Win. Let's cross this one. Okay. So let's keep going. In which sports, number 4, do you the ball
Hit.
with a racket? Yes. In this case, it's hit.
Hit.
Number 5. How many players from each team can part at one time in a game of basketball?
Take.
Take part? Yes, take part once again. Take part in. Number 6. If two hockey teams nil-nil, how many goals are scored?
What is nil-nil?
Have you ever heard about this expression? Nil-nil quiere decir 0-0.
No. I've
In
never
this case, we use
heard.
for hockey or football, either of them, we use draw, que significa empatar. Okay, the verb draw. Entonces dice, if two hockey teams draw nil-nil, empatan 0-0, how many goals are scored? So it means that 0 goals. Number 7, in football, if you the ball back out, kick, perfect, kick. And the last one, that is pass, obviously. In which international team sport can you score points if you either pass the ball? And that's it. All right. So, let me see. From this sports, we're going to practice a little bit of speaking, right? So, only for putting to practice this one. What is your favorite sport from this group of sports?
My favorite sport is soccer.
Soccer. All right. And apart from that, what is a sport that you didn't know anything about it?
I don't know about tennis and cycling.
Yes.
I've never
Okay.
practiced that.
Okay, so there you are. Now it's time to practice the listening part 4. That is the multiple choice. Okay, you are going to hear a man talking in the radio on the radio about unusual sports. And from questions 2 to 7, you have to choose the best answer, right? From A, B, or C. So I'm gonna play the audio twice. You're going to listen the audio twice, and at the end, I'm gonna show you the answer so that you can check. Okay? Yes. So I'm gonna play the audio right now. Let me see. By the way, my dear Sarah, good evening. How are you doing? We are working right now on page number 23, right? Yes. 23 on the student's book, the listening part. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna play the audio right now. Remember that you are going to listen twice.
You will hear a man talking on the radio about unusual sports. For questions 1 to 7, choose the best answer, A, B or C.
Octopushing, elephant polo or cheese rolling. Our sports correspondent, Mike Taylor, has been finding out about some of the world's strangest sports. Which is the most unusual one for you, Mike?
Well, it has to be chess boxing, because it's such a bizarre combination. A match starts off with a 4-minute round of speed chess, followed by a 3-minute round of boxing. There can be up to 6 rounds of chess and 5 of boxing before a winner is decided. It sounds like just a bit of fun, but when I watched 2 men competing on German television recently, I was amazed by their level of skill in each of these 2 very different disciplines. After all, boxing is such an aggressive physical sport, whereas chess is all about using the brain. You don't expect a boxer to be good at chess or a chess player to be good in the ring.
Have you found any other unusual combinations like that?
No, but you mentioned octopushing, which is underwater hockey, so it's an unusual setting for a familiar game. I haven't seen it played, but I've read that it's a very exciting spectator sport. Major tournaments have TV screens that show the images captured by underwater cameras. Apparently, you don't have to be very fit to play. But I'm not convinced. It seems physically very demanding to me. The good thing, though, is that no individual player has to stay underwater for long periods at a time. People like me who can't hold their breath for very long can keep coming up for air.
OK. What else have you got?
Well, one of my favourites is sport stacking, which involves individuals or teams building pyramids with plastic cups. It doesn't sound very impressive, nor do competitors need to be in particularly good physical condition. But if you watch a video of some of the best stackers, you'll appreciate just how fast they are. It's quite staggering. There are adult competitions, and I'm thinking of having a go at it myself. But most participants are teenagers and children, some as young as 4. Mind you, in sport we're used to seeing very young competitors outdo older ones, so that's nothing new.
Indeed. And are there any of these sports that you definitely wouldn't want to do?
Yes, there are, and not because they're in any way tough or there's too much danger involved. Far from it. It's just that I find them a bit ridiculous. There's toe wrestling, retro running, that's running backwards, or even pillow fighting, which is now a sport in Japan. They all seem rather silly to me, and they're not sports I'd particularly want to do or even watch.
You mentioned toe wrestling. What does that involve?
Well, basically, competitors lock big toes and try to force their opponent's foot onto the sideboard of a wooden frame. I mean, it's fine for kids, and a toe wrestling competition is the kind of thing you might expect them to organise in the school playground. But for grown men and women to hold a world championship every year, and then for organisers to apply for toe wrestling to become an Olympic sport, well, it's too daft for words. I'm just pleased the application wasn't accepted.
All right. And which of the sports you've seen is the most impressive, would you say?
Well, probably the man versus horse marathon, which takes place every July in Wales. Human runners race cross-country against riders on horseback for 22 miles. That's around 35 kilometres. And on 2 occasions in the last 40 years, a human contestant has won. Now, that's not as astonishing as it might seem. Horses are fast in short races, but not so good over long distances. But it does seem a little unfair that the human victories are not mentioned in the same breath as some of the world's more famous sporting achievements. These people are heroes, but they're virtually unknown outside Wales.
Yes, it's the first time I've heard of the race. You're a runner, aren't you, Mike?
I was, but I damaged my knee when I was skiing and had to stop. I was a real enthusiast, used to run for a couple of hours after work every evening. But even then, I wouldn't have beaten a horse, that's for sure.
There's no shame in that. Right. Thanks, Mike.
You will hear a man talking on the radio about unusual sports. For questions 1 to 7, choose the best answer, A, B or C.
Octopushing, elephant polo or cheese rolling. Our sports correspondent, Mike Taylor, has been finding out about some of the world's strangest sports. Which is the most unusual one for you, Mike?
Well, it has to be chess boxing, because it's such a bizarre combination. A match starts off with a 4-minute round of speed chess, followed by a 3-minute round of boxing. There can be up to 6 rounds of chess and 5 of boxing before a winner is decided. It sounds like just a bit of fun, but when I watched 2 men competing on German television recently, I was amazed by their level of skill in each of these 2 very different disciplines. After all, boxing is such an aggressive physical sport, whereas chess is all about using the brain. You don't expect a boxer to be good at chess or a chess player to be good in the ring.
Have you found any other unusual combinations like that?
No, but you mentioned octopushing, which is underwater hockey, so it's an unusual setting for a familiar game. I haven't seen it played, but I've read that it's a very exciting spectator sport. Major tournaments have TV screens that show the images captured by underwater cameras. Apparently, you don't have to be very fit to play. But I'm not convinced. It seems physically very demanding to me. The good thing, though, is that no individual player has to stay underwater for long periods at a time. People like me who can't hold their breath for very long can keep coming up for air.
OK. What else have you got?
Well, one of my favourites is sport stacking, which involves individuals or teams building pyramids with plastic cups. It doesn't sound very impressive, nor do competitors need to be in particularly good physical condition. But if you watch a video of some of the best stackers, you'll appreciate just how fast they are. It's quite staggering. There are adult competitions, and I'm thinking of having a go at it myself. But most participants are teenagers and children, some as young as 4. Mind you, in sport we're used to seeing very young competitors outdo older ones, so that's nothing new.
Indeed. And are there any of these sports that you definitely wouldn't want to do?
Yes, there are, and not because they're in any way tough or there's too much danger involved. Far from it. It's just that I find them a bit ridiculous. There's toe wrestling, retro running, that's running backwards, or even pillow fighting, which is now a sport in Japan. They all seem rather silly to me, and they're not sports I'd particularly want to do or even watch.
You mentioned toe wrestling. What does that involve?
Well, basically, competitors lock big toes and try to force their opponent's foot onto the sideboard of a wooden frame. I mean, it's fine for kids, and a toe wrestling competition is the kind of thing you might expect them to organise in the school playground. But for grown men and women to hold a world championship every year, and then for organisers to apply for toe wrestling to become an Olympic sport, well, it's too daft for words. I'm just pleased the application wasn't accepted.
All right. And which of the sports you've seen is the most impressive, would you say?
Well, probably the man versus horse marathon, which takes place every July in Wales. Human runners race cross-country against riders on horseback for 22 miles. That's around 35 kilometres. And on 2 occasions in the last 40 years, a human contestant has won. Now, that's not as astonishing as it might seem. Horses are fast in short races, but not so good over long distances. But it does seem a little unfair that the human victories are not mentioned in the same breath as some of the world's more famous sporting achievements. These people are heroes, but they're virtually unknown outside Wales.
Yes, it's the first time I've heard of the race. You're a runner, aren't you, Mike?
I was, but I damaged my knee when I was skiing and had to stop. I was a real enthusiast. Used to run for a couple of hours after work every evening. But even then, I wouldn't have beaten a horse, that's for sure.
There's no shame in that. Right.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna show you the answer, right? So you can take a look at your answers. There you are. Number 2, the answer is letter B. Number 3 is letter B as well. Number 4 is letter C. 5, letter C as well. Number 6, letter B. And finally, number 7, letter A. All right. So you have to tell me how many right answers did you get out of 6? Sarah,
I have
Jonathan.
5.
So you get 5, right? Okay,
Yep.
perfect. 5 out of 6. And what about you, my dear Sarah? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Good night.
Good
Good
evening.
evening.
How do you do?
For this time, anything because I was I couldn't get it to
Yeah,
the meeting.
yeah, don't forget. Remember that the lesson has been recorded so that you can take a look at it whenever you need, okay? So how many right
Okay,
answers did you
thank
get?
you.
Okay, it seems like she hasn't heard. Okay, so as you know, in the audio were mentioned some sports. My dear Jonathan, would you be interested in taking part in any of these sports that were mentioned in the audio?
Yep. I am interested about human triumphs versus horse marathon.
Okay,
I don't know. I don't know
yeah,
what is that sport.
yeah, so you want to know what it's about, right?
Yep.
Okay. Sarah, do you have any strange sport in our country, this case in Ecuador? Is there any kind of strange sport? And if it is the case, what do the competitors do in these sports? Are you there?
Mhm.
Yeah,
No,
there
I
you are.
don't. I didn't understand you. Could you please repeat?
Okay. Do you have or do you know about any strange sport in our country and what the competitors do in this sport? Or maybe do you know about a strange sport that is there is in another country maybe?
No, I didn't listen about the sport.
All right. So don't worry about that. So let's move on to the next part, which is affixes. In this case, we're going to practice suffixes, okay? Suffixes. So we have or, er, and ent. You have to help me out, right? To form the suffixes, okay? With these verbs that we have here in this box. We have win, box, play, spectate, compete, participate, organize, run, ride, and contest. Okay, as you can see here, the example has been done with win, win, winner. We have box. What is the right suffix? Or, er, or ent? I mean the ending,
Boxer.
right? Boxer, right? Play,
Yep. Player.
player, spectate, spectate, spectator, right? Spectator.
Yeah.
Spectator,
Yes. Compete,
competitor,
Computer.
competitor, right? Participate,
participant,
Computer.
participant, organize, organizer,
organized,
Organizer.
organizer, right? Run, runner,
Runner.
ride,
winner,
rider,
right,
and contest. What do you think is here? In this case, contest is contestant. Contestant.
contestant,
Yes, contestant. You can see there. Boxer, player, spectator, competitor, participant, organizer, runner,
No.
rider, and contestant. Take notes if you want. Yes, there you are. Ready? Okay, so here we go. Now we have to add either ist, the endings, right? Is, ear, e, or ian, okay, to the pairs of words below. There you are. So here we go. We have employ. What do you think is employees, employer, employee, or employee?
Employer.
Yes, employee, right? Employee. In train, trainees, trainer, trainee, or training. What do you think is here?
Mm,
Maybe trainer?
Trainer.
Trainer, right? Electric and politics. We have, this one is very easy. Electric, electrician, right?
Electrician.
Christian.
Electrician, politics, politician as well.
Politician.
Yes, mountain, mountain and engine. Mountain is,
Machine.
what do you think is here? Mountainous, Montier, Montini, or Montinian? In this case is mountaineer and engineer. That is the right suffix. Mountaineer and engineer. And we have novel and
Engine.
science. Very easy. Novelist and
Not
scientist.
IST.
There you are. Employee, trainee. So be careful with this trainee with WE. Employee, trainee. Electrician, politician, mountaineer, and engineer. Novelist and scientist. Now let's go over prefixes. Okay, prefixes. We have this, il, im, in, ear, and an. So we have to add the prefixes to the adjectives that we have here. As you can see there, ambitious, unambitious, likely, unlikely, unreliable, unreliable. We have experienced, decisive, and tolerant. What do you think is the right prefix here? I think this is not a difficult for you. It shouldn't be. Inexperienced, indecisive, and intolerant.
Tolerant.
Yes, that is.
Yes. Mm.
Inexperienced, indecisive, intolerant. Number 3, we have legal, logical, and legible.
Ill.
Ill, yes.
Ill.
Illegal, illogical, and illegible. That is. And then we have moral, mature, and mortal.
In.
Immoral, immature, yes, and immortal. So be careful with this because it's im with the letter m. Immoral, immature, and immortal. The next one, number 5, practical, patient, and perfect. Yes, impractical, impatient, and imperfect. Number 6, irregular, responsible, and relevant. Irregular, irresponsible, and irrelevant.
Irrelevant.
Yes. Number 7, honest, obedient, and satisfied.
This.
Dishonest, perfect. Dishonest, disobedient, and dissatisfied. So I'm gonna show you the answer so that you can check the spelling. Inexperienced, indecisive, intolerant, illegal, illogical, illegible, immoral, immature, immoral, impractical, impatient, and imperfect. And that's it. Okay, so let's move on to the next part. In this question number, exercise number 4, you have to tell me what is the meaning of the prefixes that are involved. Ex-wife, extrajudicial, hypermarket, microelectronics, misspell, oversleep, prehistoric, postgraduate, rewrite, and undercook. In the first one, what is the meaning of ex? In this case, the prefix ex-wife.
The past.
Yes, something that is not anymore, right? The next one, extraterrestrial. What do you think is the meaning or something related to the meaning or extra, the prefix extraterrestrial?
Maybe something more.
Is something that is from out of the common, right? That is not common or that is out of our reality. Hyper. What is the meaning of the prefix hyper, Michael?
Big.
Yeah, something that is bigger than, right? Something bigger than.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next one, microelectronics, is the other way around, the antonym, right? Micro, that is very small. Then we have misspell. In this case, what is the meaning of miss? It comes from
The
mistake, right? From mistake, miss. That it's a miss,
for
yeah, misspell. Then we have
girl.
oversleep, oversleep. What is the meaning in this case of over? If we say, for example, oversleep, over over means that it takes too much than expected, right?
Yes, too
Mm-hmm.
much
Over.
time.
Yes, it takes too much time or too much of something. Prehistoric. It means it comes from previous, right? Previous. Pre. Yes. Postgraduate. It comes from
Um,
posterior, after, right? Mm-hmm. Rewrite, to do it again, right? Read.
do again.
And undercook.
Okay.
Undercook.
Undercook.
There you are. Ex-wife, the meaning is former, right? Yes, because it was the first one, but it is not anymore. Extra, it is outside or beyond our imagination or our reality. The next one, hyper very big, micro very small, miss, that is wrongly, that is wrong, mistake. Oversleep, too much or excessive or excessively. Prehistory before, post after, rewrite again, and undercook is too little or not enough, right? That is. This part is you are going to have as a homework. You have to do it as a homework, right? Because we have to move on to the next part. Do you remember how to write an article? Yes, right?
Yep.
Or yes, I show you, right, how to write an article. And by the way, you did it as well. Yeah. So don't forget, you have to do this as a homework, okay? So that you can practice. Remember that all of the homework that I send you is for you to practice, okay? So be aware of this because you're learning. It depends on your progress, okay? So please do it.
What's the page?
24. 24. I have to write an article about why do you like it? What is your favorite sport, actually? Yeah, that is the article. Yes, that is. Okay, in this part, you have an example on how to write an article. This part, okay, so that you can check. Remember that you can use in the article contractions, phrasal verbs, collocations, right? A wide range of vocabulary. Let's go over this part that is very, very, very important. Is the reading and use of English part 3. This is called the word formation. In this case, you have to change or to turn these words into another word, another version of the same word. As you can see there, extreme, we have extremely, right? Number 1, we have expectate. Okay, but in this case, in this exercise, you have to be very, very careful on the context. Okay, because it can be tricky sometimes. So you have to read once, twice, and be very careful with this. Okay, so help me out, guys. We have a stream that was an extremely popular sport in 18th century and 19th century Britain, attracting huge crowds, right? And we have a spectate. If it says that it attracts or it attracted huge crowds of spectators, right?
Thank you, spectators.
Yes, right? Spectators. That is the first one. Spectators. Number 2. Individuals would either aim to walk a certain, and we have distant. What do you think is here? Individuals would either aim to walk a certain distance.
Distance?
Yes, distance. Perfect. A certain distance within a specified period of time, or else compete against other pedestrians. Cash prizes were offered, but participants. Yes. Be careful, participants. Yes, not participants. Participants with improvement could also earn substantial amounts from the money gambled on events. Number 4, perhaps the most famous, and we have walk, was Captain Robert Barclay Allardyce.
Walker.
Yes, Walker. Perfect.
Walker.
Walker was Captain Robert, whose, right, possessive, whose, and we have ordinary achievements earned him the title of the celebrated pedestrian. I'm gonna give you a clue. In this case, you have to put a prefix. Whose, we're talking about their achievements, right? So it means that whose extraordinary achievements. Extraordinary achievements earned him the title of celebrated pedestrian. The Scotsman's, right, most memorable, and we have performed. Very easy.
Performance,
yeah, took place in 1909 when he walked 1,000 miles, right, in 1,000 hours for a bet of 1,000 guineas. Many considered, number 7, many considered it likely that he would complete the challenge. What do you think is here? If we are talking about that it has very little possibilities to happen.
It could be unlikely.
Yes, unlikely. Many consider it unlikely that he would complete the challenge. Yes, which required him to walk a mile an hour every hour for 42 days and nights. He proved them wrong, though the task was so physically demanding. Yes, physically demanding. All right, physically demanding that by the end of the walk he had lost nearly 15 kilos in weight. So anyways, I'm gonna show you the answer so that you can check the right spelling. There you are. Number 1, spectators. Number 2, distance. Number 3, participants. Number 4, walker. Number 5, extraordinary. Number 6, performance. Number 7, unlikely. And number 8, physically. And that's it. As an advice for you to practice, to put into practice, you have to to memorize or to acquire, right? All of the version of the words. For example, the noun, the same word in the form of the verb, an adjective as an adverb, right? That is an advice that you can put into practice.
Okay, okay.
For example, it's only an example. For example, you have to practice like this with the verb play. What versions of this word, this verb do we have? Play, player, playing, what else? Playful, right? That is the way that you have to practice this exercise. Now let's go over the part 2 of the same section, okay? The reading and use of English part 2. This is called the open close. In this part you have to think. This is a very hard part as well because you have to think of a word. Remember, only one word that best fits the gaps here. Okay, you have to think of one word. It can be a preposition, a conjunction, an adverb, a verb, or any kind of word. So let's do this together, okay? Number 0 has been done as an example. If you are aged between 12 and 18 and you are interested, this is very easy. Interested in music, come along on the music school. What is the word number 1?
At?
Sorry?
Interesting. It could be in.
Yes, don't forget, interested in, always. That is a collocation. Interested in. Interested in something, in music. Come along to the one music school in August, and we have part in our school holiday music camp. Very easy collocation as well. It's a verb. Do you remember?
Take.
Yes, take part in. Take part
part.
in our school holiday music camp. There is a wide range of activities on offer, and you will have the chance for what?
To learn.
To learn. Perfect. To learn. The chance to learn from professionals. The next one. Improve your musical skills and discover your true potential. You're guaranteed to make lots of new friends. And we have well.
As well.
Yes, as well. Perfect. Number 5. You will get to try out a variety of instruments and then play them. And we have a stage. Do you remember these collocations that we learned related to music? I remember that it was with you, Jonathan, right? You were in
Yep. But I don't remember.
On a stage, right?
Yeah.
On a stage. In el escenario, on a stage. In front of your family and friends. And at the end of the camp concert, and if you feel, and we have having a go at singing. What is the expression that we use to say in Spanish, tener ganas? In English. Do you remember?
Got?
No. This collocates with the verb feel. When you want to say, for example, I feel like going to eat hamburgers. The expression here is feel like.
Like.
Yes, feel like, tener ganas. And the verbs always go with ing, okay? Feel like having, feel like eating, feel like running, feel like swimming, feel like riding, feel like watching TV, whatever, okay? That is the way. Okay, so and if you feel like having a go at singing, there are classes to suit all types of voices and singing styles. Or maybe you, and we have rather, very easy. Would rather, right? Would rather.
Would.
Yes, would rather learn how to write songs. In which case, our songwriting workshops will be perfect for you. Wherever your musical interest, join us this summer It is impossible to have fun on one music holiday camp. If we are talking about impossible, it means that we need a negative word, right? What is this word? Not. All right? It is impossible not to have fun on our musical holiday camp. Nice. So I'm gonna show you anyways. There you are. Interested in number one, number two, take part. Number three, to learn. Number four, as well. Number five, on stage. Number six, like having. Number seven, would. And number eight, not. How much difficult is this part for you? You're going to tell me, guys. I need to know what is so far. What is the part of the exam that you think that you're going to have trouble?
For me, in listening activity.
Yeah, obviously the listening part is always very difficult because we are not native speakers, and that's so difficult to get what those people say. But I'm talking about apart from that, what
Uh,
is the most difficult part for you so far? Is this
and
part?
also maybe for me, it's reading a little bit.
Oh yeah, reading it can be. Yeah.
Yep.
Because most of my students so far have told me that the most difficult part used to be this one, the reading in use of English part 4, the keyword transformation.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, because you have to rephrase the sentence, right? Paraphrase the sentence. And it's a little
Yes,
bit
this
difficult.
part is
Yes,
Yeah, that's
it's a little bit difficult because you have to know a lot of grammar. Yeah, the tenses, all of the tenses, the recorded speech, the passive voice, the causative verbs, right? And it's like, but don't worry because in this book, as I told you on the previous lesson, this book contains all of the content that is going to appear in the exam, okay? So we're going to cover all of it so that you can get ready for the exam, okay? So don't worry. And that is why we have to practice right now this part. Remember, the rule that is exercise is that you don't have to use less 2 words and no more than 5 words, okay? We have to use between 2 and 5 words, no more than that, okay? That is. So be careful at the time that you are going to perform your exam because, for example, if you write 6 words, your exercise is over,
uh,
right? That is. So you have to count the words. Number one, Elisa said it wasn't a problem if she had to work an extra hour on Saturday. Okay, first of all, you have to understand to the fullest the first sentence. Okay, if you have to repeat it again in your mind, you have to do it. Okay, Elisa said that it wasn't a problem if she had to work an extra hour on Saturday, right? So it is clear, right? The first sentence. Yes. So we have to use the keyword mind. And what is the second sentence? Elisa said that she. What do you think is here? The answer. If we have mind, we know how it goes, or we have at least an idea of how it goes. For example, what do you think about this one? Elisa said that she didn't mind.
didn't mind. Yes, of course.
Yes, didn't mind if she had to work, right? Yes, if she had to work. It can be right. So please take notes of this. And at the end, we're going to check our answers. Okay, keep going. So the first one, as I told you, it's like me. Personally, I think it's Elisa said that she didn't mind if she had to work an extra hour on Saturday. It could be like that. Number two, Ralph thinks he's always right. So it is pointless to argue with him. So we get what it means, right? The first sentence. So it is clear. Ralph thinks that he's always right, so it is pointless to argue with him. Yeah, that's clear. And do you remember this phrase? There is point.
Not point to talk.
Yes, there is no point, right? In talking, right? In talking or arguing. Arguing, it could be right. In arguing with Rob because he thinks he's always right.
Right.
Arguing with ing. There is no point in arguing. There is no point in playing. There is no point in writing. There is no point in running, whatever. Okay, with ing form, the verbs. There is no point in. Number 3. I would prefer it if nobody gave me money for my birthday. Yes, it's a wish in the past. I would prefer that nobody gave me money for my birthday. It could be better for me. So I don't
Like,
like.
I would prefer it.
I don't want.
Yes, I don't want. Yeah, I don't want. I don't want what? It could be I don't want anybody give me money for my birthday. Just right. It could be like that. I don't want, or how do you think it could be? Do you have an idea? No?
Yeah.
It's a little bit difficult, right? So don't worry. I don't want anybody, right? Give me money for my birthday. That's it. Number 4. It wasn't difficult for Allison to find work when she left school. So it means that Allison had. This is very common, this expression. Listen very carefully, listen up. Allison had no difficulty in finding a job. This expression you are going to come across very, very often in the exam. Allison had no difficulty in finding a job or in finding job when she left the school. Had no difficulty in. That is the question. Or have no difficulty in. Number 5. Try not to get into trouble on your first day back at school. So it means that you have to do what? Try to avoid, right?
Yeah.
Try to
Yeah.
avoid. And then it could be try to avoid to get into trouble or try to avoid getting into trouble. What do you think?
Getting.
Yes. Number 6. The lead singer was not in favor of recording a live album. So it means that the lead singer didn't think it was a good idea, right? It was a good idea, right?
Good idea.
To what? To record a live
To record.
Yes.
Yeah, to record.
So very quickly, I'm gonna show you the answers because time is almost over, right? That is. So you have some options in the VTForest exam that you are going to have the chance to write. Elisa said it could be didn't, did not, or wouldn't, or would not mind having to work an extra hour on Saturday. That is. It could be didn't, or did not, or wouldn't, or would not with a contraction or not. Remember, don't forget that after the verb mind, all of the verbs without exception go with ing form. Okay? Mind having to work an extra hour on Saturday. Number 2, there is no point in arguing. There is expression. There is no point in the verbs always with ing because in is a preposition. And whenever you use a preposition and after a verb, the verbs has to be in ing form. Next part. Number 3, I don't want anybody or anyone or people to give me money for my birthday. Yes. Don't forget to use to when you are talking about this with this state of verbs that want. Want that someone do something for you. To. Number 4. Alison had no difficulty in finding a job. Or you can write about as well getting a job, which is the same. Those are possible. Number 5. Try to avoid getting into trouble. Yes, you were right. And number 6. The lead singer didn't think it was a good idea to record a live album. And that's it, guys. So my dear students.
Could you please repeat the last one, the number
yeah.
6?
Yeah, number 6. The lead singer didn't think it was a good idea to record a live album. That is.
Okay, thank you.
So as a homework, you are going to carry out pages 15 and 16 from the workbook. Okay, 15 and 16. So that you can put into practice what we learned today. And remember, if you have any problem while solving the exercises from your homework, let me know on the list. And that's it for today, guys. Do you have any questions, maybe? Any question? No?
Maybe are there tools to practice that kind of exercise
Yes,
that
of
we
course.
did in the last part?
The keyword transformation part, right?
Yep.
Yes. I'm gonna send you links. Yeah. Thank you so much for reminding me that. Okay. I'm gonna send you links so that you can practice this part. Okay. And not only this part, but also the other parts, the grammar part 1, 2, 4, and 3. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. So
Okay, teacher.
if you don't have any
In the
question,
chat,
sorry.
you can send us the link in the chat, yes?
Yes, of course. I'm gonna do that. Okay. So don't worry.
Okay, thank you.
So thank you so much and have a good night. Take care. And I'll see you on Wednesday. Okay. So bye bye. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you.
teacher. Have a nice night.
Good night.
Thank you
Bye.
so much.